Hey, here's another video on how to de-rust parts with acid. The acid I'm using is muriatic acid. And here's some rusty scrap metal that we have. We build a lot of things out of just used metal. This stuff costs a lot of money, so if you can get it for free, why not? Okay, here's a piece of angle. And you can see it's pretty rusty. Okay, here's the side I did with the grinder. That gets it pretty good, but doesn't really get in the pits too well. Sandblasting would be nice, but that's pretty messy, labor intensive, and our sandblaster isn't working. Here's another piece of tubing, and you can see there's good metal on the inside. Once you cut through the wall, there's good metal in there, just not too pretty on the outside. So I could take the grinder, get it to that on all four sides, which would take quite some time, or I could stick it in some muriatic acid. So I'll stick this piece in here like this, clean it up there. This will give us a comparison between the grinded side and the rusty side. Pardon the noise, a lot of traffic here. And here's the angle iron piece. Not angle, here's the tubing piece. I'll stick that in there too. And let them sit for about 15-20 minutes. This is brand new acid, so it's really strong. Over time it'll get contaminated and be less effective. I also have a bucket of soapy water here to neutralize it with. Some people use a baking soda solution. I'm using soapy water. The trick to this is to dry the metal after it gets out of the acid. Once you neutralize it, rinse it off, you have to dry it right away or it'll flash rust. You can wipe it down with Ospho. That will help prolong it. Okay, I know I said I was going to wait 15 minutes, but I'm curious. Let's see. Okay, no change yet. No change yet. It's only been about a minute, so we'll come back to that in a little bit. About 15 minutes, and then maybe I'll check it again at 30 minutes. See how it's doing. Okay, so it's actually been about 20 minutes. See what we got here. Okay, definitely cleaner. That side's rusted a little more, of course. This is the side we did with the grinder. You can see it cleans up pretty quick that way. Eventually getting in there. Here's the other side. I didn't do any grinding on this side. You can see it's coming along. Here's our other piece. Brush it off a little bit for you. See what we got here. This piece had adhesive and stuff on it. Bunch of glue there. Alright. Switch it around a little bit. Let's see. Yep, it's getting there. That's 20 minutes. I'm guessing in about another half hour this will be ready. But since I don't need these parts, I'm going to neutralize that. A whole lot easier than grinding. You can see it makes quite a bit of off-gassing. You may want to wear a respirator. stuff will choke you out pretty good. So basically that's what we're looking at. I could keep going with it, but like I said, just an example. Set some paint on there. There you go. There's some usable metal. Clean enough to start welding on. And you might want a scrub brush. Get off some of the thicker stuff. I normally just let it soak a little longer and hose it off pretty good. A little bit of pressure will take off some of that stuff too. There you go. De-rusting metal the easy way. Before, after. And that's about halfway through. Like I said, sometimes I'll leave it longer. Here's two pieces I had in acid earlier today. Dried them off with a towel, and then they flash rusted a little bit from being so exposed. New metal. Very humid here. You see a little bit of oxidation on there. So what I do at that point is put on some Ospho. Okay. Phosphoric acid. Goes by the name of Ospho and a couple other things. This happens to be the brand we use. So I'll show you what it does. Takes care of surface rust. You can do this with one hand. Just have to blot it on there, I guess. Not much on there. Acid is real thin, so it doesn't take much. Normally I like to wipe it on like this, but I can't hold the piece and do that at the same time. So there we go. Takes care of that. I'll show you on this side. I just put a little on a paper towel and rub it on kind of like I'm waxing. Oh, I need two hands. So I've Ospho'd this piece here. That was the rusty side, you can see. Nice and clean metal now. Inside still flash rusted. If I was concerned with that, I could flush a little Ospho through there, spray it through there, wipe it down, brush it in there, whatever it takes. I have even Ospho'd rocker panels and various places like that. Sorry, I'm by the acid again. Okay, so that's what that looks like. I did half of this piece. You can see there's before and after. That was after the muriatic acid. I dried it off with a towel and it flash rusted a little bit. And I wipe it with Ospho. And it's nice clean metal. Look at that. Before, after. So, that's a little rust treatment with muriatic acid in the acid. It's about half an hour, however long it takes. When the acid gets weak, it's going to take longer. I've had some things I've left in overnight when the acid gets kind of old and it comes out okay. You have to be careful about what metals. This is just for mild steel or hardened steel, but you don't want to use it on any alloys. Definitely don't want to use it on magnesium or aluminum or anything like that. After we dry it off, we hit it with the Ospho and let that dry. The directions say to let it dry overnight. So when I come back tomorrow, this piece will be all ready to go as soon as I do that. The rust that is left on there the little pits has been converted to an inert compound through the phosphoric acid process. The Ospho turns rust into a neutralized compound, and be good to prime. It's real porous. You can feel it's kind of rough, just like if you sandblasted it. Both of those acids etch the metal, so it's in great shape for priming. From that to that. Prime paint, good to go.